Hello everyone, this is Mind Elevation. Today we are going to see about self-awareness. To begin with, let's start from its definition. Self-awareness has been defined by different professionals or psychologists on a similar manner, only the saying is different. Among the definitions, let's see two of them. Firstly, it can be defined as the ability to focus on yourself and how your action, emotions, and thoughts do or do not align with your internal states. Secondly, it can be defined as self awareness is the conscious knowledge of one's character, feeling, action, and aspiration. From this definition, it is very clear that if a person is familiar about his character, he will know how to behave in front of his friend, in front of the people, and in front of any gathering area. Besides that, if a person is aware enough about his action, he's very careful about the consequence of his actions. In addition, if a person is aware about his feelings, he knows the cause to be feel like that. Thirdly and lastly, it is very clear that if a person is very aware about his aspiration, he will plan which will be easily realized. Apart from the definition, self-awareness can be classified into two, which is internal or private self-awareness and that of external and public self-awareness. Welcome to the first class or type of self-awareness, which is internal or private self-awareness. It is the recognition and understanding of one's internal states, preference, emotions, and thoughts. Here, those who have private self-awareness are introspector, approaching their feeling and reactions with curiosity. In general, those who are having internal self-awareness are pleaser, introspector, aware, and seekers. Here, for example, if a person is aware of himself, he knows his strengths and how to use these strengths optimally. The second type is that external or public self-awareness. This is understanding how others perceive us in various contexts and situations. This external or public self-awareness will help us to navigate in social situations in a ways that are socially acceptable. High external self-awareness comprises of understanding of how one is perceived by others, recognizing others' perspectives, adapting to different interactions or situations. For example, a person having a external or public self-awareness will be able to notice how others react to his words and actions in various contexts. The third component of today's lesson is that why self-awareness is very important. Here, we have to widen up our mind to see how knowing ourselves is very important, because here self-awareness are profoundly impacting various aspects of life. For example, it will enable us to make a good decision. It will help us to build good relationship. It will lead us to grow personally and professionally. It will help us to manage our stress. Finally, it will help us to be emotionally healthy. The fourth part of today's lesson is that how do we know whether we have self-awareness or not? If you are highly self-aware, you can objectively evaluate yourself. For example, you can evaluate the way how you manage your emotions. You can even evaluate the way your behaviors align with your values. You can evaluate how you understand others' perception towards you. You can even evaluate how you are aware of about your strengths and weakness. The last part of today's lesson is that how a person become more self-aware. The first one is that a person, in order to be self-aware, he has to or she has to be envisioned. He has to be envisioned. Secondly, he has to strengthen or she has to strengthen his brain. Thirdly, ask others about their perception towards you. Then practice a mindfulness practice.